Okay, an official I'm thoroughly depressed video. That's right. It's gonna be long and dull because I'm depressed. I really had my fill. Yeah, I don't know what. I'm unsubbing. I have like 500 subscriptions, and I'm gonna delete them all. And just because everybody, you're all lunatics. You're all just fucking assholes. I mean, the people making videos anyway. I mean, there's just nothing. There's nothing. I look at that inbox and it's just tripe. I mean, there's just nothing. And then I look at these, like the voices in the head video. I mean, you go through the comments in that video. All these people agreeing with each other that, yes, I'm an anti-Semite. I mean, I've never said anything anti-Semitic. I've said exactly the opposite. I've made hysterical videos about the horror of bigotry and segregation, the things that led to the Holocaust, and yet there we go. That's the caliber of human being I'm trying to communicate with on YouTube. They will resort to this bullshit. I mean, they're such little sissies, intellectual sissies, that they have to resort to this kind of crap. I mean, there's no other word for it, is there? I mean, what I should now defend myself that I'm not an anti-Semite. I wish I bring a little some Jews out to say what a nice guy Gary is. I mean, it's just idiotic. It's idiotic. I mean, that's just too simple a word. I mean, idiotic that's not saying enough. And yet I'm called the yob by certain people. I'm called the guy trashing other people for no reason. It's just such bullshit. I mean, absolute bullshit. And this is the atheist community. You know, this is the big joke. You know, so I might as well rag on that a bit. You know, because these atheists make these videos, and it's like the Joneser video. The last one was just like, I'm listening to it and I'm saying, yeah, okay, so you think Dawkins is a fucktard? Is that what you're saying, Joneser? And no one's on his ass, right? It's like, it's like if I was really an anti-Semite, wouldn't you be making videos against the anti-Semitic rhetoric flying out of my channel? I mean, it's just such a joke. None of you wimps, none of you little sissies can make an argument. None of you get on the damn camera and make a rational argument. All you'll do is make crazy oh, he's an anti-Semite. You want to kill everybody for virtual reality or some other crap. I mean, you won't quote me and then argue with me. No, instead you'll just slander me and then argue. You know, it's grotesque straw man nonsense. And I'm just sick of seeing it too. That's the whole thing. I'm sick of seeing these little sissies writing all this crap in text, and they don't have the balls to put their face in the camera and say it to my face. No, they'll say it in comments. You know, I mean, I wish I could use vernacular that was more rich and barfy, because they really deserve to be called the worst things on earth. I mean, I'm just this scum. And then these people that, you know, aren't so disagreeable, but that they're letting these assholes comment in their video. What's the fucking point of that? I mean, fuck you. I mean, why should I subscribe to your videos to see shit? You know, the assholes, people the dredges of the earth commenting in your comment section. Why don't you have the integrity and the balls to block these assholes? So fuck it. It's just well, anyway, it doesn't really matter, because like none of you can grow a brain. I mean, you're supposed to be atheists, and you know, you get caught up in this discussion. You don't even realize that you've bought Christianity, you've bought religion. You've just got a different version of it. You've gotten rid of the idea that, oh, there's prohibitions against this and that to earn heaven, but you've bought the premise of it. You know, you've denied the basic implication of atheism, which is there's not an intelligent creator. I mean, isn't that the definition of an atheist? Non-belief in a deity, in an intelligent creator. And there's a consequence to that, butthole. You know, I mean, really, you can't figure that out, atheists? There's a consequence to there not being a creator. And the consequence is that ignorant forces organized the universe and built us. And as Dawkins points out, I mean, it's a selfish gene, all right, that built us, and we're a product of that engine, that machinery, and you just keep pretending that that doesn't mean something, that there's no consequence to that, that it's still a beautiful and perfect thing, this life thing. And anybody who dares to say there's something wrong with this gluttony and exploitation and nonsensical tail chasing is somebody will call them names. We'll just call them anti-Semitic and a Nazi and something else, because we can't have the conversation, because you can't argue against it. I mean, because it's logical and fact-based. So all you can do is slander the guy saying it. That's all. I mean, it'd be great if Dawkins would do damn YouTube videos and then preach his stuff and just see how you atheists handle the truth, you know, because there's no way you can't handle it. You're just caught up it's this barrier of traditional notions. I mean, you're caught up in these old archaic memes. You have this presumption that you're doing something useful while you're being a gluttonous consumer, and you just have this pretense that there's some sort of, like, you've earned your place on planet Earth and you've earned your right, do what you want. And none of that's taken place. And, you know, and then you watch somebody like the Modern Mystic. I mean, now he's, you know, I mean, is that ever a boat without a rudder or whatever? 10 videos to say we reduce and then we grow and then we're life, but we're dead, but it doesn't matter whether we're alive or dead, and like consciousness is irrelevant, and what the hell are you talking about? Like, this is that complicated? But it did give me a thought, so I'll throw this in here. I probably should do this as one of the junk science videos or whatever, but I'm not going to fuck videos for a while. Whatever, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I'm just sick of this place. It's a shithole. Y'all don't have a fucking brain. You can't bring a fucking argument. I mean, it really is funny that everybody can have all this hate and contempt, and they can't bring a fucking argument. So anyway, I was thinking about the whole thing, though, you know, the sperm-egg thing, and what our genetic code is really made out of. And maybe the total number of chromosomes we have is basically 2 copies. I mean, it's a redundancy, you know, and the real human being, like, is in this 20 number instead of the 40 number. It's just kind of a way I hadn't looked at it before, that it's not just an overlap. It's that it probably is a true redundancy in a lot of ways. There's probably a very small percentage of our chromosomes that don't have redundancy. And it is just that dominant trait versus recessive trait thing. When you superimpose the 2 blueprints over each other, you know, one will have the dominance and one will have the recessive genes kind of thing, based on the Mendel proportions and all that crap. So anyway, but that's irrelevant. So I mean, technically, what is a living, you know, a life form? I mean, you know, yes, it could be a cell with a membrane, but when you look at a sperm cell, it's not much more than a virus. I mean, it's not. The sperm cells don't reproduce, and you know, they don't even really consume, because they come with their own little energy pack. So I mean, it's you know, they're not really a life form. They are a specific little agent that's sent out to do a job. And the same with an egg. I mean, it's not going to reproduce on its own. It's only going to reproduce a new human being if it combines with a sperm, and that's it. So it's not the same kind of mechanism. It's not a traditional notion of a life form, which is something that has the objective of reproducing itself. But whatever, it doesn't matter. What's you know, why get into some? It's almost like that's to me. This is like discussing infantile science. You know, the fact that we're dead when we're dead. People don't realize that, or that consciousness stops. I mean, you have to explain to atheists that their consciousness isn't going someplace when they're dead, I mean, that's just frightening.
I mean, if that has to be spelled out in detail, you know, in 10 videos, man, you're really fucked. So anyway, I just got to work on the other channels, and I just got to quit watching videos. I just got to quit reading the comments, got to quit watching the videos, because it's nothing there. So anyway, if you do want to make a response video, if you want to have a, you know, a serious argument, you got to, you know, put Inmendum in the tags of your video, and I'll probably see it. Otherwise, see you whenever, however, maybe never. Okay. Yeah, no more comments on my videos, no more ratings, fuck it. You know, it's all out, nothing in anymore. because you're shit. You just don't deserve my participation with you, because you're petty, nasty fuckers. There's just no other word for it. I mean, you're just weasels. I mean, you're yobs. You just can't bring anything seriously intellectual to this channel. You just can't do it. You're just not capable. All you can bring is crap and garbage and slander and nonsense. So, what else is there to say? Fuck you. Oh hell, I forgot there was one thing I didn't really want to talk about, which is this new widescreen format thing, which is really fucking stupid. It just proves how stupid the fucking internet is. So YouTube is basically saying fuck you to the vloggers, because widescreens don't really have anything to do with human beings talking to each other. It has to do with panoramic views of mountains or something, but it doesn't do talkers any fucking good whatsoever. And secondly, it's just a perfect example. The whole fucking internet always went the wrong direction. I mean, Apple had it right in the beginning when it had the goddamn monitors that were twice as long as they were wide. Yeah, that's right. That's how we absorb information. This goddamn 15-column wide bullshit sucks.